Hello there, Kenny Zook here, head preacher for the Church of Leave OPB. So, to repeat from last week, God did not strike me dead for gambling. He didn't do me any favors either. He didn't exactly, to paraphrase Janis Joplin, buy me a Mercedes Benz. Matter of fact, I went a disastrous 6-9 straight up last week. I did go 12-4 on the picks I made for the teaser parlay, but I had all my eggs in one basket, all my races on one horse, and that horse for the second time this season was my Bears. Only this time they did not pay. I believed in them falsely this time. I believed in them falsely in the season opener as well. So onwards and upwards, we have decided that when we run out of house money, we are definitely not going to continue to invest allowance money into gambling anymore. We did pull $80 out of the casino account to buy some prediction software to help me with some of the games that I have been heart betting, I am afraid. And that is in place. Although I don't think I used it that much for contest picks this week, did I? I don't think so. So this week, straight up, it wasn't on the contest, but I got Carolina at Tampa Bay. That's the London game, which may be why it wasn't on the contest. But I went with Carolina. I went with the Ravens to beat the Bengals. I went with the Browns to beat the Seahawks, and man, am I second guessing now. We had to pick the over-under on that game. I picked the over, and I'm fairly happy with that choice. Picked the Chiefs. It's hard to not be happy with that. I picked the Saints. I feel very good about that. The Eagles, I took on the road versus the Vikings. Obviously, very, very much a heart pick. I took the Redskins because my favorite comment of the week on the Redskins are so dysfunctional that the one thing that they could do good for themselves would be to lose against other people contending for the best draft pick, and Dan Snyder is too dysfunctional to let his club do that. They'll probably win. I have the Rams over the Niners, I have the Cardinals over the Falcons. I have the Cowboys on the road beating the Jets. I have the Broncos beating the Titans. I have the Chargers. I hope I don't regret that one, but the Steelers are down to their 73rd string quarterback or something like that. Oh, had to pick the over-under on Miami, Washington. I very confidently took the under. I had to pick the over-under on the Chargers and Steelers, and I certainly took the under on that one. And I picked the Packers for Monday night because they are the Packers. And for me, going against the odds on the Packers is kind of like going with the odds for the Bears this year. Don't. And that takes me to, yes, what am I doing gambling-wise this week? I am definitely popping back to $25 per week because obviously I can't be trusted betting any more than that. The Panthers plus 3.5. The Saints plus 6.5, under 46.5 for Washington and Miami, and under 49.5 for the Cowboys and the Jets. Those are, of course, teaser parlay picks, which I'm doing quite well against. I was 12-4, giving the advantage of the teaser last year. Then I added on for a five-way the Steelers plus 13.5 points. Seems to me like a fairly safe choice. And then I have another five-way, I think, where I left the Panthers off and added in probably the Cowboys, only having to give 3.5 points instead of 7.5, which is the line. And I have another one where I have Chiefs, where I'm only having to give, no, where I'm getting a half a point. I have the Chiefs, and I at least have tie insurance plus a half on that. So I have those all tie into like several five-ways and one. What the heck? It's not impossible for them all to be right. So I did put $5 on a seven-way with all of those picks. And I think that wraps up all my info for the week. You heard it here. The worst case scenario is that I won't have enough for a week of betting by the end of this week. And when I run out of house money, yes, I'm going to continue to make picks, but I will give you my make-believe bets, at which point probably my allowance will go up to $100. What do you think? Alice Easy Button seems to think that's likely. She gives odds more accurately than I do, just way less often. You heard it here. God's best and brightest to you and yours.